Hi, Aries. Welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot, and thanks for your 10,662 views for last half January love and separation. So I'm going to be doing your February read today. I wanted to say thank you to all you guys because we've just reached 29,000 subscribers. So thanks so much. Cross watchers, come on in. Let's see if we can get Aries a good read. I'm going to be starting with an oracle card today from Mystic Moon. Okay. I just have to do something else right now. Please try and understand. So somebody sounds like they may be going through something, Aries. That's either you or your partner. So let's get some cards on it and see what they have to say. If you're new to the channel, it's one for you, one for your partner, your blocks, their blocks, the blocks between you. How do they feel about you, and a potential final outcome. Somebody's putting in the work to try to get over heartbreak, it looks like, Aries. Communication, incoming communication, either to you or from you, regarding taking a break from the relationship, it looks like. So let's see what's going on with your partner. Coming out of a mentality of lack in order to gain balance. So it looks like your partners realize what the problem is inside themselves. This is an internal thing. And they're coming out of a mentality in which everything is lack, because that's what they're drawing in. And they're trying to turn that upside down and gain more balance. So it looks like they're kind of on a journey, an internal journey. Let's see what's going on with you. Okay, you don't want to be single anymore. You don't think it's fair that you've become single, Aries. You're not feeling that very much. So let's see what the blocks for your partner are. It's kind of like you don't understand why they've chosen to put a halt on the relationship to find themselves a little bit. So that shouldn't affect you. You know, they should go on and do their thing. That's a little bit of what I'm feeling here. Or maybe you're ready, for them to go kind of find out what's going on with them. So your partner's in a bit of codependency. There's an issue from the past, or there's some issues with mother and children that have become a problem. Aries, here you are, the Emperor. It looks like they've become a little bit too codependent on the relationship, perhaps. So let's see what the blocks for you are. Yeah, the communication between the two of you is not so good. This isn't what you want. I think you've expressed that to this partner, that this is not at all what you want. And you're also a little bit in the reverse as they are in the reverse. You may be dealing with a younger partner, Aries, or you may be younger than your partner. I think, though, that you're just communicating that this has not made you happy at all. And there's a lot of codependency between the two of you that needs to be alleviated. So let's see what the blocks between the two of you are. Okay, it looks like neither one of you are putting in the work right now to try and mend this situation. You're both going through something, and you're trying to find the courage to overcome this difficulty in love relationship. There's not going to be a lot of forward movement in building right now. And then there's absolutely no physical action happening. I think that communication has become really, really poor. But here's the thing that I have here, you know, rushing in communication. Here's the thing that I have here. I have the Emperor and the Empress. So, fact of the matter is, you do consider yourselves soulmates. You do consider yourselves a committed couple already in your minds, despite what's gone on. But there's a little bit of burnout happened here. And burnout emotionally because I think you've both become a little codependent on the relationship, and it's like neither one of you feel like you can breathe without the other one. Okay, so it's time for you guys to have your independence away from one another a little bit so those lessons of codependency can be eliminated. But the conversation's bad. Nobody's working toward forward movement. It's kind of become stagnated in a standstill. Neither one of you are working on building together for the future because I don't think either one of you understand what's happening here, what's going on here. And the communication is not good. It's very blunt and it's very cutting. And there needs to be a return of abundance. So communication needs to be turned in the upright. So let's see how your partner feels about you. You could be dealing with Libra. I've got Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo. Okay, so someone, though, has had an aha moment and they've made a decision, okay? A decision for reconciliation. But they don't want to enter back into this reconciliation with illusions about the relationship because I think that's what happened before. You both were under, like, the bubble phase went away, right? Or the honeymoon is over kind of thing happened. And neither one of you want to go back to that place. You know, you kind of, I mean, it was good while it lasted, you know, but now it's time to get down to brass tacks here, right? And so you're kind of both not wanting to enter back into illusions about where this relationship will go or what the relationship is. But there's definitely a new beginning on the board and a new start to this, a reconciliation. Aries, you're going to decide to move forward toward your own happiness, or your partner feels like you won't accept this new beginning because you've moved past the illusion of this situation panning out to be a solid foundation with children and family. And there's no talking, you know, there's no communication. Your partner wants to come out of that. They've let go, though, of a victory with you. Okay, they let go of this particular victory, this cycle closing down, but a new cycle is beginning. Now, when a relation, you go through the toxic cycles, you go through the other cycles, you go through new cycles all along the way. Okay, this partner wants to begin again with you, and they want a new cycle of love with you. They've not walked away from the situation, and they are not accepting heartbreak. But let's see what a potential final outcome can be. They want a new beginning. I think that you guys need to both speak about how you're being defensive in this situation. Transformation is coming to pass. It may seem a little slow, but it's coming. Toxicity is going to be laid down. Okay, so because you're going through the period where you're getting rid of it, nobody feels like they have to protect themselves from the other anymore. However, there has been some deception in the bedroom. There's been some kind of deception with sex here. No sex, perhaps, was a deception. That's going to be coming to a close. Conflict is going to be laid down, and here you are, Aries, taking another leap of faith in this relationship. You will take the leap of faith again. Bottom of the deck, timing, divine timing, waiting for the right time. So yeah, I believe you're going to jump right back in it, Aries. So let's get some oracle cards and see what they have to say. Okay. Your dreams need a practical plan. I think, who got this? Capricorn or Libra got this. Okay. So if you're dealing with one of those, why? Look at that video. Your dreams need a practical plan. So you're coming back into relationship. You're reconciling. You're giving each other another try. But this time, like I was saying earlier, you're coming out of that bubble love phase, right? You're coming out of that period of time in which you're no longer satisfied with that kind of situation and you want the meat of the situation. You want the real deal. You want the reality of the situation moving forward. So your dreams need a practical plan. So if that's how you're feeling, then that's exactly where you need to be right now. Talking about the reality of the situation moving forward, right? The end of a tough cycle approaches. You're going into a new cycle with this partner. A time to give rather than take. So I think in the beginning of the relationship, we both are takers, right? You're both takers because you're dealing in currency of energy and adrenaline and feelings, and things like that, emotions, serotonin, whatever. And you're both taking from the situation what feels good, what makes you feel good, right? So maybe it's time for the both of you to learn how to come together in reality and give to each other to build instead of taking just the surface and just the, just the feel good moments of the relationship. Okay, believe in the impossible. That was the last card on the deck. Okay, everybody's getting this a lot lately. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So this is about letting go of resentment, letting go of illusions, and connecting to what makes you happy. Because when you're vibrating on a higher level, because you are raising the energy, okay, and you're doing things that give you joy, those are high frequency emotions, right? Then you attract the support from the universe because you're putting out there what you want to get back. The moment I embrace peace, the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. I wish this was every single card in this deck. Okay, because this is talking about death of the ego, death of expectation, death of holding on to a reality that you thought was best for you. Okay? The moment I embrace my peace, whatever brings me peace, within, not without, within, and I surrender the outcome, which means I surrender the expectation. I surrender the expectation I place on you. I surrender the expectation of the entire thing. I only love you when you love me back, or I only love you if you make me feel good, or, whatever the situation. I only will be interested in this connection if it results in something for me. Instead of wanting the highest good of the situation, right? So the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment the universe can truly get to work, because you've let go and you're no longer being dragged, but you are being guided toward a new path. And the universe can get to work because it can start showing you where you're supposed to be instead of where you thought you were supposed to be, right? So that's a really important card. Honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it's important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. You had a lot of sword cards, a lot of communication cards that were in the reverse, so the communication was either not happening, or when it was happening, it was toxic, it wasn't positive, it wasn't good, and it wasn't helpful. Honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it's important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. And this is an 11, a new path, okay? Okay, this card and this card, this card and this card are telling you that you're about to embark on a new path in your life. Embrace it. Embrace it. Take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. So this is a sudden a sudden change, right? Or a change in the relationship, because the focus of the relationship has come off of the illusion and into the reality of the situation, because you could be in love with people all day long. Okay, but when you get into relationship and you're waking up in the morning to their ugly ass with their stank breath and, trudging off to the coffee maker, or they've been snoring in your ear all night long, or, kicking you in the bed, that's when you decide, okay, do I really love this person or not, right? I mean, so those are just some examples of reality, okay? That's the reality of relationship, right? So you're making a change from the transition from fantasy bubble love to the reality, the parts that really mean something, okay? So take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. New path, new path. Be authentic to who you are. You are asked to be real and true, pertaining to who you are and how you feel. So if you have something to say, now's the time to say it, because this is a 3 and this is talking about alignment, being in alignment with your true purpose, what resonates with you, mind, body, spirit, being in alignment with the things in your life that reflect that. So just keep that in mind. Wedding. Okay. This situation involves marriage. Well, yeah, because your partner's coming back now. You're both coming back together with different realities, right? Different ideas about the situation. And you're no longer in, a fantasy stage about the relationship. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So, like I said, you had the Emperor and the Empress there. And you had the 6 of Cups. So there's definitely soulmate energy in this thing. I think now, the reality of the situation is setting in. And so the transition is becoming a little bit difficult. But you have a connection, a past life connection. You have a soulmate tie, a good one. You have a wedding on the board. So I think that this coming back and laying all your cards on the table is going to end up being a really good thing for you, Aries. So that's all I have for you this time, Aries, and I'll be back in March. For those of you who I owe a read to, and I haven't produced it yet. I'm a little backed up, so I'm working on it, but I've got to get some of these generals out this month. I'll see you guys in March.